Hello, in this tutorial, we're going to install Python on our Windows PCs. In my case, we're going to install it on Windows 10. So the first step is to open up your preferred browser and go to python.org. So just type in your search menu, so type in python.o.org or .org. Then when you go to python.org, this is our official website of Python. And then you can simply go to the downloads link or downloads button and hover on it. It will show you the different releases of Python and how to install them. For example, I'll tell you have in Windows 10, Mac, and other platforms. But in our case, since you are installing it on Windows 10, I'll simply click on 3.9.6. Before I install it, they are saying, note that Python 3.9 Plus cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. So if you want to install Python on your Windows 7 machine or maybe Windows XP, you have to go and look at, just visit the list of downloads, just like that. Then after going to that link for list of downloads, you can scroll down and look for an earlier version of Python. Something like Python 3.6, 3.4, 3.5 can still work, and there's no much difference between 3.6 and 3.9, just a bit of more features and a more smooth stable. But it doesn't matter what we're gonna be doing in our course. As you're a beginner, you don't need the newer version, the newer features or the complex features of 3.9. If you're on Windows 7, you can go ahead and install maybe 3.6. If 3.6 can't install your machine, you can try 3.4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and install. Go ahead and download. Go ahead to download. Then I click on download this button, which is Python 3.9. So click on it. It will download. It will begin downloading Python. And in my case, I've already installed Python. I've already downloaded Python. That's why it was quite fast. But it's a small file, around 24 MBs, so it's not a big file. So simply install it on your machine. Then after installing it, so after downloading it on your machine, you're going to install it. So I'm going to head over to downloads tab, so you can click on here and go to downloads. So here, downloads. Okay. Then you can see I'm having these versions of Python and here, but I'm going to maybe delete this. Okay, it's quite simple. So just simply click on Python 3.9. Okay, so I'm just click on it. Then it will show me this setup, this installation setup for Python 3.9.6. And that's saying you can use a custom install or you can do install now. And I recommend to install now because it gives you all the necessary features, gives you pip, gives you the IDE for Python, gives you documentation, gives you shortcuts and all the file associations. But before you actually click on install now, first go down at the bottom and click on add Python 3.9 to path. Then after doing that, go back and install. It will take some time based on how fast your machine is, but it will be done in a couple of seconds. All right, it has successful installed. So we have seen that setup was successful. And I hope in your case, your setup will be successful. And they are saying you can go to the online tutorial for Python. You can go ahead and read about documentation of Python, which is all right. So simply you can click on the links and follow them and begin your Python journey. The last one I think you can disable path length limit. Don't mind about that. You actually do not need to disable it because most of the applications will work without disabling the character limit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to before I can go ahead and close, I'm going to first go ahead and confirm if Python was added to the path. That means Python will be available for me in my command prompt. So just head over to the search menu and search for CMD command prompt. Okay, so I've searched for command prompt, and this is a command prompt or the terminal as they may call it. Then to check if Python has successfully been added to the path and available for me as a global command or a global package or a global application, I can type Python dash version. So Python minus version to check the version of Python. Then click enter. Once you see the version of Python 3.9, it has that means your installation was that means everything was successful. And to confirm it, the next step, you just simply type Python and to open up the environment where you can begin uh, typing out or testing out Python. So maybe I can do a print statement here. So print hello world. And it's done. Quite simple. That's how you install Python on your Windows machine. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions.